All right, we're going to look at two more questions from my book, the Linux Plus Certification Exam Guide. This will be questions number 7 and 8. And again, I'm Ted Jordan with Jordan Team Learning. I've been a Linux trainer now for 20 years and a cybersecurity trainer for 5. And we will focus our topics on helping to pass a lot of the certification exams that are out there and the Linux exams and so on. So question 7, we talk about the VI command. Which VI command line command can be used to save changes to a file being edited and close the VI editor? So let's go ahead and bring my demo machine up. We've got several options here, A, B, C, D, and E. And if you don't know the answers, you can pause the screen for a minute. Otherwise, the answers are A, B, and E. And let's kind of show you real quickly how this would work. We'll start with editing a file, test.txt. I'll make a change. I'm just going to type the X key 3 times, lowercase x, and that's going to delete that word. The lowercase x will delete a single character at a time in VI. And I'll do a :Q, like they say in the book. And so we said here Q is not one of the answers. We get no right since the last change. Add a exclamation mark to override. So Q means to quit without saving changes, but it's going to at least give you a warning. If you just try to say Q and quit without saving changes, it's going to warn you. But if you know that you want to quit without making any of those changes, you'll say Q exclamation mark, really quit. I know what I'm doing. I don't want to save any of the changes I made. I do not want to save. So you hit enter, and that will quit without saving changes. And so that's why answers C and D are both wrong. So we want to save changes and close the VI editor. Now let's go back in and I'll make some changes again. And this time I'll just say DW to delete word, and I'll do :WQ for write and quit. So that does save the changes, writes out the changes and quits. And if we look in the file again, we'll see that that word is gone. Now let me delete the entire line by pressing the uppercase D, Shift D. That deletes the line, or all the characters on the line. This time I'm going to press 2 uppercase Z's, and you won't be able to see it on the screen, but I just pressed 2 uppercase Z's, Z as in zebra, and that also did a save and quit. So that's the answer for A. And if we go back in, we'll see that line is still gone. Let's try making one more change, and I'll press do DW, and I'll say actually 3 DW. So I want to delete the next 3 possible words. The double quotes get treated as their own word. And then I'll say : we just Shift CZ, X. :X is for exit. Also does a write and a quit. We'll hit enter. And if we just say cat test.txt, we can see that the file has been modified, and we can see those changes. So that's it for number 7. That's a VI question, and you're certain to get VI questions on the exam. The VI utility has been around since as long as Unix has been around, frankly, and Linux for sure. And you really need to understand how to use old VI. When we use a VI command, we're actually using a command called VI improved. So that's what we're using, actually vim, which is VI improved. And VI improved understands the arrow keys, and VI, the original VI command was created before arrow keys were invented, before the mouse was invented even. So the exam wants you to really understand the old VI utilities, like to move a cursor with H, J, K, and L instead of the arrow keys. All right, that's it for number 7. Let's take a look at number 8. Need to change the permissions of a file named widgets.odt such that the file owner can edit the file, but no other users on the system will be allowed to view or modify it. Which command will do this? I'll let you pause this for a minute. But the answer for this one would be D. And let's go ahead and show you how this would work. We're going to use they're showing you the command chmod, and we're saying chmod 600 widgets.ogt. So let's go ahead. I'm going to just type clear to get rid of all this work, and we'll do touch widgets.odt. And to look at our current permissions, we'll do ls-l widgets.odt. And we can see that our current permissions are rw-rw-r-. Those permissions have a value of 664. And let's just give you a quick explanation if you don't understand how that works. Read is equal to 4, write has a value of 2, and execute has a value of 1. So if we see a permission of rw-rw-r-, and this gets divided, you count back 3, 1, 2, 3. That gives you the first part, 1, 2, 3, count back 3, and then count back 3. So this dash at the beginning just means it's a regular file. For example, if this value were a D, that would mean it's a directory, or if it were an L, that would mean it's a symbolic link. And so this is the owner permission, what they call the user, but it's the owner permission. And this is the group permission, which they call the group. And this is the other permission, which most systems call the world, but on Linux they call it other. And if we take 4 plus 2 plus 0, we get 6. 4 plus 2 plus 0, we get 6. And 4 plus 0 plus 0 is 4. And so the question says, we want to make sure that with the user the file owner can edit the file, no other users will be allowed to view or modify it. So no other user should have read permission or write permission. And so in order for that to occur, then the permission would need to be, we want to make sure that no other user, so we want the owner to have read and write, and then no other user should have read and write, and that includes other and the group. So that would be 600, and that's how we end up getting the answer chmod. That's why the answer is D here. All of the other ones wouldn't work. This would allow everyone to have read, write, and write privileges, as well as run it like a program, execute privileges. And then 640, that would leave the user for read and write privileges, sure, which that's what we want, but the group now would have read privileges, which we do not want. And here in A, the group has read and write privileges. Again, we don't want that. We only want for the user to have read and write privileges and no privileges for the rest of them. So that's it for questions 7 and 8, and we'll be back in a few days with another 2 questions from our book, and that I and Sander Strohmeyer worked on. Awesome guy, really smart guy. Took us a long time to put this together. We hope you like it. We're really getting some positive feedback on it. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you here in a few days with some more questions.